It's been nearly a year since Miesha Tate last fought in the Strikeforce cage, but says her knee injury is fully recovered. While she may give away size to Coenen, Miesha believes her speed will prove to be too much for the champion. Marloes Coenen, the female MMA pioneer who has competed all over the world, is not easily intimidated. The pre-fight ban has only fueled her desire to retain her belt by making the biggest statement of her career in the cage tonight.
I want to be an example. See me fight and see, well, she's a normal girl. If she can do it, I can do that too. That will be a great goal to achieve.
I'm not going out there with any other vision in my mind than winning. She has something that I want, and I'm gonna take it.
Marloes Coenen, an amazing submission win. Miesha Tate waiting in the wings.
I've been ready to face Marloes for over a year now. Winning this title is finally right at my fingertips.
If you become a champion, you know everybody wants your belt. I really worked for it. I'm really owning it. That's why I will not give it to anyone.
Since I've been wrestling for such a long time, that's really going to help. She doesn't have too much of a natural scrambling ability.
And there's Tate securing another takedown.
You have to adapt to your opponent. I can't do the stand-up, I can't do the wrestling, I can't do the ground.
I plan on dominating the fight, whether it's 30 seconds or 5 minutes. She better be ready for the same.
She can be determined as much as she wants to, but this belt is mine, and I will not give it to her.
And now please welcome to the cage, Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Challenger, Miesha Tate.
Miesha Tate, 5-0 in her last 5 fights. She won a one-night tournament, 2 fights in August to earn a title shot.
Yeah, but that was August of 2010, Gus. It has been almost a year since she has competed. She was supposed to face Marloes Coenen earlier this year, suffered the knee injury 2 weeks before the title fight. But she says a cage corrosion will not be a factor tonight. She feels that this is her destiny since she started training mixed martial arts when she was just 17. You see her boyfriend, Brian Caraway, with her. They decided to leave their native Pacific Northwest last year, went to Sacramento, training now at Ultimate Fitness and Team Alpha Male with former WEC featherweight champion Uriah Faber. Miesha's a lone professional female, and everyone says she is just as tough as any of the guys.
Well, she trains with the boys, and rightfully so, because she was on the boys wrestling team for 4 years. Her key tonight, stick with that wrestling and aggressive takedowns. She's got to grind out her opponent with ground and pound, her relentless ground and pound. Stick to her roots and get them takedowns.
And now here's the submission master and defending champion, Marloes Coenen.
Marloes Coenen has submitted her last 2 opponents while on her back and taking a beating. And tonight, she faces a superior wrestler.
Yes, that she does, and Marloes Coenen admitted, yeah, some of her weaknesses were exposed, but she's worked on her takedown defense. She's worked on her guard defense. She is a female MMA pioneer who's been training with her coach, Martin Diong, since she was 14 when she first took martial arts for self-defense. She's had a career that's spanned over a decade, and now that she has ascended to the top of the mountain, she thrives on being the hunted, Frank.
Everybody wants your belt when you're on top. Her key to the cage tonight is avoid the mount. We saw Carmouche last time mount her multiple times. It took a lot of energy out of her striking game and out of her strategy game. And yes, she was able to finish her, but I don't know if she can finish Miesha Tate if Tate gets in the mount and puts a beating on her.
The tale of the tape. Marloes Coenen, the champion, taking on the challenger, Miesha Tate, in the bantamweight division.
And the number that jumps out to me is the height advantage of Coenen here. That's either going to play into her favor with striking, or it's going to allow Miesha Tate to slide underneath her with the takedown.
Former Strikeforce Women's 135-pound champion Sarah Kaufman already holds a win over Miesha Tate. She lost her title to Marloes Coenen. She wants the winner of tonight's title fight, and she will be watching with vested interest.
Time now for the official introductions. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
All right, fans, here we go. Strikeforce M1 Global and Showtime presents 5 5-minute rounds for the Strikeforce Women's World Bantamweight Championship. Introducing to you first on my left, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Standing at 5 feet 6 1/2 inches, she weighed in at 135 pounds. Wrestling standout with a record of 11 wins and 2 losses. Please welcome the popular challenger fighting out of Sacramento by way of Tacoma, introducing Miesha Tate. And her opponent fighting out of the red corner, standing at 5 feet 8 1/2 inches. She weighed in at 135 pounds. With a background in Shudo, her record stands at 19 wins, 4 losses, with 3 knockouts and 14 submissions to her credit. Here is the women's MMA pioneer and defending Strikeforce Women's World Bantamweight Champion from Amsterdam, Marloes Coenen. And our referee in charge of the action now to give instructions, Big John McCarthy.
All right, ladies, this is for the Bantamweight champion. Remember I said about protecting yourself at all times, obey my commands at times. Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Step back so we can start. Good luck.
Okay. That's a game. I don't know if I've ever seen Marloes Coenen sport this kind of demeanor.
Marloes, step back. Go back to the corner. Thank you. You ready? You ready? Let's get up.
Coenen smiling at her.
She's got to stop this takedown. She's going to up that game. She threw a big overhand right. Let Miesha come underneath it. Big foot stomp.
Has anyone in the history of MMA submitted to a foot stomp?
Don't grab the fence, Miesha.
Not yet. It sure hurts, though. Coenen doing a good job of putting her head under Miesha Tate's. It's going to stop the takedown and the clinch position.
Let go of the fence, Miesha.
This is where Coenen did not want to find herself in the early going, pinned up along the fence by the grappler, the wrestler, Tate. Coenen has the size advantage, but it's Tate that's being the aggressor in the early going.
First round scheduled for 5 for the Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Championship. Left hook by Coenen, getting through.
She trains at Golden Glory in Amsterdam with some of the world's best strikers. And there's a Muay Thai knee right up the middle from the plug position. Looking for the choke already.
Outside that leg, step big.
14 of Coenen's 19 wins have come via submission.
And finally a takedown by Tate.
Tate has never been submitted.
Marloes Coenen very good on her back.
That looked like Tate was ready to tap there. That's a pretty tight choke.
Well, Coenen trying to sink it in. And Tate frees her head.
Now Coenen's got to get back to that guard.
Side control for Tate.
This is where Coenen found herself for the majority of the fight, for the majority of the 4 rounds of her last title defense against Carmouche before pulling off the dramatic triangle choke win in round 4. Tate neutralizing her right arm now.
Nice trap by Miesha Tate. And as you mentioned, Frank, Coenen has to stay out of the mount.
Got to stay out of the mount and these dominant side positions, because carrying around Tate's weight is going to make her very tired. Plus, getting damage from there is going to make her expend a lot of energy.
Coenen raising her right leg there, trying to block the transition to mount by Tate. Cross-side position, I mean, we've said it before, Pat Miletich, Frank, Boss Wooten, a lot more weapons at your disposal. You're able to distribute your weight. I think it's better controlling position, a better dominant position cross-side than the mount.
It's better for control and it's better for submission. The mount's just a lot more intimidating because someone's sitting above you, pounding on your face.
Let go of the shorts, Miesha.
50 seconds to go in the first round, scheduled for 5. This is the Strikeforce Women's Bantamweight Championship. Miesha Tate, the challenger, in pink and green. And the champion, Marloes Coenen, in black.
Tate doing a good job of controlling the champion, dropping some hammer fists to the belly. Great job of control from side mount. Coenen trapped. But again, very confident, very calm, cool, collected. She told us too against Carmouche, a lot of the shots weren't that damaging. When you've been in there against the likes of Chris Cyborg, everything else is peanuts, as she put it.
And that's the end of the first round.